Hello again. We're going to be looking in lesson 4-5 on page 252. We're going to actually be doing problem number 2 down here, but before we do, you need to be aware and have read this theorem that says if a line bisects the vertex angle of an isosceles triangle, not just any triangle, but an isosceles, that means when the two sides of the triangle are congruent. If a line bisects this vertex, meaning that right angle is equal to that left angle right there. If it bisects it, then it also means that this line right here is perpendicular, or a 90-degree angle to the opposite side. Okay, and that happens on an isosceles triangle. Now that's important because we're going to use that concept to do problem number 2 here. So let me scroll down and let's look at that. What's the value of x? We're looking for x right here, and we see that they really are isosceles triangles. Okay, so we know that since that is congruent to that this angle here is going to be congruent to this angle here. So if this one's 54, then this one, angle C, also has to be 54 because they're the angles that are across from congruent sides. Now, this one is from the theorem above that says since this line right here, you see these are bisected, the left angle is equal to the right angle here, so that means it bisected. Since that bisected an isosceles triangle, then that is a 90-degree angle right there. Okay, so we'll put the little square mark there. That's a 90-degree angle, and those are equal to each other. That's just what happens. Now, if that is true though, then if that's 90, which means it's 90 over here as well, and this was 54 like we just said in the previous, then you could say 54 plus 90 plus the third angle, which is the one we don't know right there. Those three have to add up to 180 because that's the truth about a triangle, that the three inside angles always add up to be 180. That's called the triangle sum theorem. So this comes out to be 144. If I subtract 144 from 180, I end up with the 36, as you can see there. All right, so let's look at the got it real quick. Suppose the measure of angle A was 27, so I'm going to erase this. We still know that, you know, there's a 90-degree angle there, and we're saying if angle A, I'm going to mark out the 54 and put 27. If that's 27, then that would also be 27. So it's going to look like the same thing, except it's going to say 27 plus 90 plus x equals 180. Okay, and when we look at that particular problem, then that becomes 117 right here plus x equals 180, and if I subtract the 117 from both sides, x ends up being 63. Okay, so it's the same kind of formula, we just changed the number. Okay, hope this was helpful. Best of luck.